ASDIP RETAIN now complies with the latest Canadian Concrete Code A23.3-2019. But what exactly has changed in the program? How do you invoke this new code? This is Javier Encinas, and today we're going to discuss this new feature in ASDIP RETAIN. Let's get started. To show this feature, let's change the unit system to SI units, which are typical unit system in Canada. That means that all the calculations that we create in this session will be in SI units. Let's create a calculation for a cantilever retaining wall. Let's call it example. Add. And this calculation has been added to the tree. Double click on this node. And this is the template of the cantilever retaining wall design. Let's go, for example, to the Detail tab, scroll down. We can see that the default setting is ACI, so all the calculations now comply with ACI. To change the code to the Canadian Concrete Code, let's go to Design Criteria, Codes, and here we can see the different options for codes. In addition to the ACI, several editions, and H2LRFD, we can now select CSA A23.3-19. Let's select this option. Also in the load combination, we can select different options, the ASA705 or ASA71016 or H2LRFD 2020. But in this example, let's select CSA A23.3-19. Let's click OK. And now all the calculations comply with CSA A23.3. Stem design, the heel design as well, toe design, and shear key. Graphically, we can see here the overturning images, sliding, bearing, the stem design, moment diagram, shear diagram, the footing design, and finally the construction sketches in section and in elevation. Let's go back to the project manager, click on this icon PM. Now let's select another calculation for a counterfort retaining wall. Let's call it example. Click on add. This calculation has been added to the tree. Double click on this new node. And this is the template for the counterfort retaining wall design. Let's go to detail, scroll down. Now is complying with ACI 318. Let's go to design criteria, codes. Let's change again to the new code, CSA, for the Canadian Concrete Code, both in concrete design and load combinations. Click OK. And now the design complies with CSA A23.3-19. Here we can see the design code that complies with. We go to the Graph tab, the overturning images, sliding analysis, bearing, the stem design, the footing design, and finally the construction sketches. Let's go back to the project manager. Now let's select a basement retaining wall. Let's call it example. Double click on this new node. And this is a template for a basement retaining wall design in ASDIP RETAIN. Let's go to the Detail tab, scroll down. Stem design is complying with ACI 318. Let's go to design criteria. Similarly to the previous modules, let's select the CSA A23.3 for the concrete design and also for load combinations. Click OK. And now the design complies with the Canadian code. Toe design, shear key design. Go to the Condensed tab. All the calculations grouped by topic. Scroll down, this is the overturning analysis, stem design, sliding, toe design, heel design, materials, where we can see here the design codes that this example complies with. Go to the graph tab, overturning analysis, sliding, bearing, the stem design, the moment diagram and shear diagram, footing design, and finally the construction sketches in section and in elevation. Let's go back to the project manager. As you can see, it's very easy to design now a retaining wall in full compliance with the Canadian Concrete Code A23.3-2019. It's as simple as selecting the Canadian Concrete Code A23.3-19 in the design criteria, and the program automatically will apply all the equations and the provisions of this new code. If you like the software, please visit the website www.asdipsoft.com and download the free 15-day trial. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to receive notifications in the future for similar videos. Thank you for your attention.